Good morning. It's Monday morning. It's a Zento sales snippet. My name's Mike Warren. Thank you for joining me. Happy on the outside, on the inside a little bit upset because last night, as most of you will know, the Wallabies got trounced by the All Blacks. So I do need to wave the banner because I've got lots of Kiwi clients, and when you marry a Kiwi girl, this is a big challenge. And today, for the whole day, I have to wear the Kiwi scarf to make sure that I clearly understand that we lost last night. However, rugby aside, if you can do that, today we're focusing on retention. Now, we tend to focus a lot on new member acquisition. So as an industry, over the last few years, what we've tended to do is now move our attention to new member retention. And that's where we kick off today. There's some steps and procedures, and I know a lot of you will be doing the things I'm going to talk about. But what I'm going to ask you to do is to go back and have a look at them, make sure they're systemized, make sure they are getting done, and make sure they are impacting on your retention figures. If they're not, it's just hot air. So the first step in the process with retention is making sure your new member, me, when I've just signed up, has a structured induction that leads me towards coming regularly and becoming an ongoing user of your centre. Have a look at your induction, make sure it's structured, make sure it creates the habit, make sure it starts me on the road to retention. Now, once you've done the induction, we can start to bring some retention strategies in place, and there's 3 of them. And I'm going to ask you to look at your centre or your organisation fairly critically and say, do I do this or do I just say I do this? First thing is frequency. You must monitor it. You must measure it and you must manage it. Now, to monitor it, that's just how often do the members come and go. You've got to measure it so that if they don't show up for a little while, there is a contact procedure. So you're following up on those non-users. And you must manage it to make sure that if a member turns up regularly, they get recognised or rewarded. So there's an ongoing focus on making sure your member frequency is the first step in the retention cycle. So step number 1, get the frequency right. Step number 2 is the results. Now, member results are divided into 2 categories. There's physical results and there's emotional results. Physical results are the weight loss, the toning, the fitness, the core stability, the flexibility, all the stuff we know about. If you're a golf club, it'll be the technique, it'll be the handicap improvement. That's the physical stuff. And then there's the emotional stuff. The pride, the confidence, the sense of well-being, the sense of belonging. That's the emotional results I get when I'm a regular user at your centre. So we've got the frequency. We've now got the results. We've got the first 2 steps, but that's not enough. The third step in the process, and to make it successful, is making sure your members have a great experience. Frequency, results, experience. Now, the experience simply means that when I come into your centre, that the experience I have will lead me to want to stay with you on an ongoing basis, because I can go to most centres and clubs, turn up regularly, and I'll get physical results. True? Makes sense. However, to be different and to be guaranteed our members stay with us, we need to provide an experience that is different to our competitors. What happens to me as a member when I come to your centre that makes me want to stay there? So do you create a wow experience? Do you remember my birthday? Do you link in with charities? Do you have member activities? What do you do that makes me go, wow, this place is different? So the 3 steps for today, well, the 4 steps. First step is get a great induction. Make sure that's the starting point. Then the 3 steps, make sure you've got member frequency. Monitor it, measure it, manage it. Then you've got results. Physical, emotional, make sure you provide those. Have a look at the programs you're delivering. Third step is experience. Are you giving me a great experience, or is it just hot air? And does that experience lead me to want to stay with you and make you part of my life? That's a Zento sales snippet. These guys won. These guys will win next time. Thank you. See you next Monday. Cheers.